Hello, Caroline and all.
Hello, Alex. Caroline Stevens, Seeking the Truth. I'm over in England and I've got a YouTube channel, Caroline Stevens, Seeking the Truth. So welcome to those people who're not familiar with me. Alex, you've got your own YouTube channel too. What's that called?
Yeah, I have actually 4 YouTube channels, one in Swedish, one in Czech, but the English YouTube channels are From Illusion to Reality, and this one that I will use is Alexandra JB, From Illusion to Reality.
From illusion to reality. So that's
yes.
one of your YouTube sites. So how many languages do you speak, Alex?
Yeah, fluently I speak Swedish, Czech, and a little bit English.
Right, well, I don't speak Swedish or Czech, so I'll try to understand your bit of English.
Yes.
And what we're going to be talking about, is it that Greta lady?
Yes, Greta Thunberg, and she is Swedish, and there's a lot to say about Greta. But what I was thinking to talk about now are in particular 2 things. It's Greta Thunberg versus the German girl who is called sometimes Anti-Greta. Naomi Seibt, I believe her name is. She's 19 years old. And for me, it's a little bit like controlled opposition, or so that we would talk about that, and Hegelian dialectic, like the 2 poles, and then, and I believe, in my view, none of them says what is the problem with the weather, and that we can influence it in a positive way. So it was one thing I would like to talk about, the real climate change, but not this fear, but on the opposite, that we can do something about it. And the second thing is, you are from Britain, and actually I would like to speak about the speech Greta Thunberg had or perform at United Nations in New York, 23rd of September 2019. And
Right.
You have noticed that at the same day, a company which is British or originally British, that was liquidated. And one doesn't even think that these 2 things has to do anything with each other, that Greta Thunberg was at United Nations in New York on 23rd of September 2019, and specifically 23rd of September 2019, and the same
Right.
day.
Can I just say then, so for anybody who didn't understand that, Greta Thunberg, she spoke at the United Nations in New York on the 23rd of September 2019, and at the same time, a British company was liquidated.
Thomas Cook.
Thomas Cook.
And
The same day, was it?
And you know what their logo is? Sunny heart. And if you don't know who is ruling this world and what this person or these people are up to, you don't understand that these 2 things were the same ritual, that they have something in common, very much so.
So what have they got in common then? How did you know that these 2 were related?
Yeah, first, the date 23rd of September is very special. I have been involved in this work against the New World Order since 27th of February 2013. very much so involved. And from the beginning in 2013, the Illuminati came with the information that on 23rd of September 2017, the one world leader will be installed. It didn't happen because a lot of people worked against it. And exactly the date, even though it was 2 years later, on 23rd of September, in New York, where this one world leader wants to rule from, even if he wants to show up in Jerusalem also. So
Why,
this,
can I just ask you, why is the Antichrist supposed to be placed in New York?
he wants to live there. He loves that country, and New York, he says that in Gematria, the number of New York is 666. I don't know if it's true, but it's what I have heard from these people. And
What's gematria?
Gematria, it's the numerology, their numerology. They use the number, and they use astrology and astrotheology. Your name is very important. The date when you were born, is important. So for them, so the dates are very important. So everything is like scripted, and so the same day, date 23rd of September 2019, when Greta Thunberg was in United Nations in New York, this British company, Thomas Cook, that has heart in the logo, was liquidated, or part of it, Thomas Cook Group, and it was the British part. And this Antichrist, or this one world leader, says that he used also name Osiris about him, and Isis, his mother and consort. He says that the mother lives in the Isis lives in Britain.
Okay.
So it was like, why New York and London, or United Kingdom? And then also he says that he wants to, I have heard the plan that he says for us, for humanity, and for this earth. He wants to have first Holy Roman Empire and New World Order, which is, according to him, a plan to exterminate 7 billion human people within 7 years. After that will come an event, Nibiru event, and after that he wants to transform the Earth, and the name of the new planet will be, according to him, HAARP. So when you see HAARP, for example, it was an attack in Belgium, in the airport, where you can see a heart, or in Norway it was an attack against a lot of people were killed, and the island has a heart form. So the word heart, or the shape of heart, has a very special meaning to him, to these people, because
Right. So can I just say, you say that they want to, the New World Order wants to depopulate planet Earth by 7 billion people
in
in 7 billion in 7 years.
yes,
They've already started.
they would have started in 2013, 2014, and the halfway would have been 23rd of September 2017.
Okay.
So I was one of those people who worked against it. So they are very much delayed, and we can definitely do something about it. And one thing is the real climate change that we can cancel when everybody knows what it is. So they want to attack us from many different weapons. For example, viruses, and it's not only this one. About this one that we have now, the current, they say that it was developed in a laboratory and that it wasn't spread with any animals but by an injection. And so that they say, like, it was us, practically we Illuminati. There is a film, animated film from 2012 with the name iPad Code 2, where they show for example, the fire of Notre Dame. So they were planning it at least 2012, and they show there New Year like fireworks that represent coronavirus and China. So already 2012, they were planning this to do it.
Okay, well, there's a lot of information on social media to suggest that it was actually planned possibly 40 years ago through a book which mentioned Wuhan and the coronavirus. So it was 40 years ago in a book, and it was, what, 8 years ago in a film, I Pet Goat 2. What is the film I Pet Goat 2 actually about?
Well, they explained it themselves, the Illuminati. So I have seen a version that they have. It's very slow, goes very slowly, and they explain what this mean and this mean and this mean. And for example, there's a sequence that a reptilian face says to a human woman, "Oh, move only lips." And actually, they say it means Brexit. And you see in the eyes of the woman World War, something like World War III, collapse of market, economic collapse, something in this. They say openly on the internet that they will do now a collapse of economy, and they will cause Third World War. It's still on the internet. Nobody touch it because they are so powerful. So Google is there, so nobody removes it, and they remove our videos. But what I would like to say about also this, the other girl, or what they are saying, these two girls, Greta Thunberg and this, I believe, Naomi Seibt or something like that. Sorry, if I say the name.
Sorry, so you're talking about now Greta?
Yes.
And?
I believe they call her anti-Greta, like anti, that she is like opposition, and Greta Thunberg.
Oh yes, the other lady who's the opposite, the antithesis of Greta Thunberg. Is she in Germany?
Yes, I believe so.
Yes. So we've got the two conflicts now. So Greta Thunberg is, I guess, from Soros's yard, if you like. What about the other lady? Where is she from?
Well, you know what, when I say 666, this is satanic. These Illuminati are satanic. And Greta Thunberg, her Fridays for Future, if you understand their way of talking with each other, Fridays for Future, it's FFF. It's F is 6 letters, so it's 666.
So Fridays for Future.
It's 666.
Is that what she? I get you. So F being the sixth letter in the alphabet. So when does she say Fridays for Future in her speeches?
She started with in Swedish Fridays for Future. She wrote like a sign that she was striking in front of, I believe, the government or parliament in Sweden. So
Oh,
she
how
has
long
been.
ago was that then?
Oh, it's I believe it's some year ago, a couple of years ago, or something like that. And but all was so scripted, all was so prepared. You know, the mother of Greta Thunberg, Malena Ernman, she was in a Eurovision Song Contest and performed there. And she is in a white gown, very much Illuminati signs, and she is like performing like Lucifer, what she is there performing. And then it's 2009, and 2 plus 9 is 11, so it's the Illuminati usual 9/11. And then in a Swedish newspaper, this Malena Ernman, she it was in September, number 9, in September 2011, you hear 9/11 again. She said that in Swedish, like it was written, everybody sells his soul to devil sometime, or something like that. I have maybe written it
Oh,
here.
that's her mother. Is that her song in the Eurovision Song Contest?
She was in Eurovision Song Contest 2009, performing like Illuminati, like Lucifer, with a lot of Illuminati symbolism. And
Have you
then,
still got the video footage of her singing in the Eurovision Song Contest? And was that for Sweden?
yes, you can see it on YouTube. You
Okay.
just, yeah, Malena Ernman, or Sweden, Eurovision Song Contest 2009. And in 2011, number 9 of a newspaper, it's in Swedish, but translated, everyone sells their soul to the devil at one point. And also below that, it's, or above, is something like, with knowledge we can save our planet, says climate researcher Johan Rockström. So it's about climate 2011, and her face here, and you have climate here, 9/11, and she's speaking about selling her soul.
Oh.
And
so this climate change has been going on since before 2011 then?
Yeah, and what I want to say today in the morning, I was thinking that I will tell you about a movement here that in Czech Republic that looks like that it's also scripted and come from abroad. And I was thinking, how shall I translate to English to you? And suddenly in English, it translates so that the words are MM, which is quite no master mason, but not in Czech. So what I want, it's a million moment for democracy. And this that Greta Thunberg has in English is Fridays for Future. It's like that somebody told them, use this name and use this name. It's so similar way of thinking that
So
it
what is
was.
this movement then in the Czech Republic, MMD?
And you know what? On 3rd of March, 33 Freemasons, they came with this, that instead of Prime Minister, we should have a Jesus here. So, and these two guys who has this movement, which became also so big without, like Greta, suddenly huge demonstrations for many, like hundreds of thousand people out of nowhere. And these two guys who like are promoting it, they study theology. Surprise. And now they are talking about to bring here Jesus already in Eastern in April. And I believe this Jesus is the very same guy who will be in New York also, the one world leader. So it's the same movement here that out of nowhere is so huge.
Right.
Like
So
Greta.
basically, so for the benefit of the people at home, who are watching this, a lot of people haven't really cottoned on to the fact that Brexit was a distraction from what is actually happening with the New World Order. And yesterday I uncovered the fact that our water supply will become part of a global water supply. So we've literally jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. Can you explain to the people at home how Brexit fits into this big picture, please?
Well, their plan was, it's like satanic rituals, all this. They wanted to take down the whole EU and suddenly have their Holy Roman Empire. They are thinking completely different than we. It's like, here comes the elites, these kings and queens, or queens and one king. And so they were thinking then, when you leave, and it was prepared. Okay, the people have voted, no doubt about it. But if they wouldn't like to have you out, they wouldn't even let you vote. Because if they would allow to vote that we would vote, we would leave also, of course. Who would like to be in EU? It's like, yeah, but it's partly because they wanted to have 27 countries, and it's 27 is 9 plus 9 plus 9, and upside down is 666, but they wanted to cancel the EU at the same, almost at the same time. You know, they want to cause such a chaos that we would accept the one world leader, one world corporation umbrella that feed us with very wrong food, dangerous life things.
Yeah, like our Boris Johnson wants the people of Great Britain to use and eat GMO food.
Yes, so that we would accept this one world leader, one world corporation, one world religion, one world currency, which is virtual, and RFID chips, and Nazi system and extermination. If they, this one world leader or this one world government can come only when the chaos is so huge that people will be so exhausted, so they will come with their solutions. And I have seen 3 days ago, I believe, you have published a video with Rodney, and he has shown you how it was in 50s 60s, that it was like milkmen came with milk
bottles,
and
no plastic.
it was the time when they have written their Iron Mountain report, how they will pollute the world, so that the one world leader will come with all solutions. So they have prepared viruses against us, diseases against us, weapons against us, destroyed the planet with their poisons and so. And now they will say that we have done it first.
Yes, they're blaming us and we have to pay for it.
Yes, even for like the air and for water, of course. But they will come with the solutions, of course. They have prepared all this. They have done it.
They're creating the chaos with the coronavirus, and there's no doubt about it. I was talking to the City of London yesterday, and they said that this financial crisis is now worse than in 1987. So they've stopped short of saying it's like the Great Depression, because that hasn't happened yet in 1929. And however, this has not come to an end yet.
No, they want to have total crash. And you know what? I have watched the news here, so-called news, and the prime minister, is it, or president, prime minister of Italy, his name is Conte, and one of Illuminati families is Conti. So, and he walks in, and you see that he does devil horns with his left hand, devil horns. I don't want to do it.
When did he do that? Walk into a press conference?
You can see him in the news, and he turns on, he does the sign twice, I believe, and then you see a car, and on the car you see 911 or 119, but it's the same.
What, on the number plate?
On a car, but it doesn't matter, like, but it's how they are talking with each other.
Yes, it's a form of communication. It's like a sign language, really, isn't it?
And I want to say that, for example, how we will solve it. This is attempted murder against us. And also they have polluted so much, we have to breathe different poisons and eat. So I would say, if everybody of us agree that each of us should receive 100,000 euro as a compensation, each person, and you have to give it, put it in a bank that is your regional bank owned by the people, not to another bank, and start so, because they want to exterminate us, and they have prepared thousands of years actually. And if we don't know their plan, I have heard quite a lot of it latest years. So, but it's illegal against us. Still, we have some kind of rules in European Union, even if the leadership is Illuminati. Still, we have some human rights before they cut away our human rights. So
do you think they're going to destroy the European Union as well because of destroying those human rights that you still have?
You know, the leadership of European Union, as well as United Nations, as well as NATO, it's Illuminati. So that they do what they have planned. But what I mean is, this is our opportunity now. Like, if they will continue half a year, if we would allow them, then we are done.
Right, Alex, can I just say that we're partway through this conversation. For those people watching live back home, it's Caroline Stevens Seeking the Truth. You can find me there. That's my YouTube channel, and I'm chatting to Alex. And can you pronounce your surname for me, please? And this is Alex from the Czech Republic, And she also has her own YouTube channel, and we're talking about the future of the men and women and the children of this planet. Alex, what is your name of your YouTube channel and your surname, please?
It's difficult, so I use Alexandra JB, but my real name, first name, I have got two names, Yitka. It's the real first name, and it's the name that my father gave me. It's an old Bohemian name. It's a nickname of Judy, like reference
Judy.
to the tribe of Judah. And my mother chose the name Alexandra. So in English, like in other countries, I use the name Alexandra, but my real first name that I use here is Yitka.
And your YouTube channel is called?
Alexandra JB, From Illusion to Reality. And
From Illusion to Reality.
And the first one is From Illusion to Reality, but it was so much problems with it because I have shown the face and then I said the name and date of birth of the head of the Illuminati, and it wasn't popular on Google, YouTube, of course. So
no, they can remove our videos, but
yes.
As you say, the Illuminati videos can remain because they're in charge of it all, or so they think. And I don't know, Alex, whether I ever told you, but the Prime Minister's office has subscribed to my YouTube channel.
Oh, you mean it?
Yeah, I do mean it, yes, because I used to work for a person from the referendum who works in the Boris Johnson's number 10, and he subscribed to my YouTube channel very soon after I set it up. So there. So there.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're watching. So they are really watching.
Yeah, yes, I'm sure, because
don't believe us at home, they are watching.
The Illuminati, you don't have an idea what they said, that how they are watching us. For example, I believe that they are maybe through the camera, so I covered it up, but they say that they are watching us through the displays.
Yes, be careful of smartphones and laptops and the cameras, because they can switch them on and off. Anyway, so what are we going to do about Greta?
Yeah, Caroline, I will say just about the real climate change or the weather weapons, and then maybe we could do another part, because I believe there is something wrong with this video, because it has shrunk.
It's changed shape. So we'll finish off. This is going to be part 1.
Yes.
So I've got people live watching. So how would you like to finish this video off?
Yeah, so that neither Greta or this anti-Greta Naomi Seibt has right. It's wrong. Their climate change talk. There is a really man-made climate change, and it is weather weapons.
So it is true, there is man-made climate change, but it's the Illuminati, it's the global elites that are actually using weather weapons.
And that is what we have to remove, take away, because what we have paid for the development of the weather weapons, most probably.
So we've paid for weapons to be directed at ourselves.
They say what they say at their YouTube videos, and it's Adrian Apollyon, Pandora's Box, Lie Killers, and Illuminists. They say that the Illuminati owns HAARP technology, Tesla technology, that can make it rain, make it snow, drought. It can cause earthquakes, tornadoes, tsunamis,
Yes.
fires, wildfires,
Floods.
floods, earthquake. They say even that they want to use HAARP to provoke HAARP-made earthquake and take down the bridge in Golden Gate Bridge ritually. They say what kind of attacks they are planning to do. They say that US President Trump will be elected again, re-elected and assassinated. It's on the internet, has been there in months.
Yes, so
Nobody
President will be elected and then assassinated.
Yes, and
I'm
if
sure
you
he's
have
sleeping well at nights now then, on that.
no, but should it be? They have attacked him, and people have paid the legal that they will remove him. It cost a lot of money. The newspaper earned a lot of money on this discussion that they will impeach him. Of course, they were not, and the Secret Service were involved. So the people of the United States are paying to the Secret Service guys to provoke like this impeachment talk and all this. Instead of, look, you have death threats against President of the United States on internet. It's there months after months. How have they arrested the person? No. So it's a joke.
So it's a distraction. This is a
And
distraction.
we are paying taxes for what? Is the defense defense? No, they are not defending us. They are attacking us, each other. Your government or your military or who it is are attacking us, and you are also under attack by them. So NATO.
It's all brainwashing through the Tavistock
Yeah.
Institute and other organizations
But
like
now
that.
it's important to get back the money also, because they want to crash economy totally. It's what they are about to do, and they are talking about already dates, 13th of March, which is 2 days from now, 20th of March and 31st of March, what they are planning. And they also say that they want to use virus, that somebody came like on a show and says that he is Nostradamus, new kind of Nostradamus, but I believe that it's Illuminati plans, that they will use some virus so that it's sexually transmitted and very, very problematic for the relationship between men and women. They don't want us to have children. Well, I cannot have children, but now, but I mean, humanity.
That's the next step on. I mean, I did wonder the fact that we've got this coronavirus, and apparently this happened in Wuhan just after a lot of the Chinese had been vaccinated. Is that true?
Also 5G, and also the One World company, its name is Umbrella, and it's the same sign as in Wuhan on this laboratory. And
the same sign of the laboratory
but another color, blue color, but this umbrella
same symbol
is white and red, and this one in Wuhan, it seems to be the same, but as what I have seen, white and blue. So it's the same. And I would say just about this weather weapons, it's also that they use chemtrailing. They are spraying us with all kinds of nanotech and poisons from the aircraft, and it's both military and I believe also some commercial and airplanes, but the aircrafts of NATO are spraying us. So we would save money not to do it. We would save our health, and they are destroying the forests also. We have problems here with the forests that we pay billions for the damages.
What is the problem with the forests in the Czech Republic?
Well, it's some insects that is eating the wood.
Right, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's very public knowledge, is it, in Czech Republic?
Yes, yes, and here around. But if they are causing drought with HAARP and this ionized like atmosphere and droughts, and they use all these poisons that are spraying us with, so we are unhealthy, and of course the nature.
I have to say, sorry to interrupt, but when I go into the towns these days, I see so many people now who they're not of retirement age, but they cannot walk properly. They have problems with their legs, their thighs. There is obviously some problem now with maybe the food we eat. As you say, the chemical trails. Now that's a really tough one, because people, when you talk to people about depopulation, people in the street, and they maybe not awake and aware, they struggle with that concept. Even people that are awake and aware struggle with having some sort of paper trail, if you like, on chemical trails, because there are some pilots or retired pilots that won't know anything about chemical trails. When did chemical trails actually start, do you know?
I have seen a film with her last name is Peterson. She is from California, or she's dead now. And she has shown picture from 90s. She has done investigation and correlated the aircrafts that she saw to the samples from the soil and from the water. And it was like arsenic and all kinds of dangerous stuff. And it's 90s. 90s. Peterson, I don't remember the name now. I can say,
Yeah,
tell
okay.
you next time, and I can show you some pictures with her also. And I can say that I have published not like 1 week ago maybe, a conversation or an interview with Elana Freeland, and I highly recommend it. It's from, I have done the interview 16th of January, but I have problems to publish it, and the day before I've got threats, so I have to hide to do then at least the video.
Who
So
is Alana Friedland?
Elana Freeland, she is
Freeland.
from Washington State on West Coast in United States. She is a researcher. She has written several books. Two of them are on the thumbnail to the video. And she is a speaker also. And she speaks about the chemtrail, what is inside, about these weather weapons and directed energy weapons, and a lot of these different weapons that the Illuminati are attacking us with, and have been attacking us with for a long time. And then also I recommend Deborah Tavares. You know Deborah Tavares.
I
We
know
have done
Deborah, yes.
interview
In
together.
fact, it was Deborah, Deborah's recent video talking about the water supply that prompted somebody who watches my videos to find the UK's version. And that's what I read out as a monologue last night about our water supply, and how the government are not just privatizing the water, because the water is going to be part of a global network of water around the globe. So thanks to Deborah Tavares's video, that information passed to a follower, and who got me the report. And this report that the UK's produced is the chairman of the UK Water Partnership, PLC. The chairman is actually the richest MP in Britain. And he has caused controversy last September because he wanted to build homes in an ancient woodland on his estate. And he used to be allegedly the wildlife minister. So they're all laughing at the people of the Great Britain because we keep voting these people in.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't work for us. And yeah, now I have lost what I wanted to say. Yeah, that I recommend highly the
Deborah
YouTube channel
Tavares.
stopthecrime.net, and
That's
that
right.
on this YouTube channel there is also the report from the Iron Mountain report, in a video about it, and it's like called Iron Mountain report, the blueprint toward tyranny, or for tyranny, blueprint for tyranny.
Tyranny.
Yeah, so they have done this report in 1960s. They worked with it from 1961, how they will pollute and destroy everything for fake court cases, how so that they will like we will focus on that and not on the thing that we should focus on. And
Distraction.
this Antichrist, or what do you say, this man was born in 1963, and it's also the year JFK was assassinated. And when you see the numerology, it was on 22nd of November 1963. It was the sacrifice for the coming king who was born, their king, Illuminati king, the one world leader. And
Wow.
they prepared for his coming, like the Vatican, this Iron Mountain report, and so that he would come and rule. And you don't know the technology that they have. He says that he has. So when he will come, and he wants to come this spring out, he will not look like the man now. The appearance will be different, and the name also. But he wants to come in New York, come out. And
So
also,
shall we end up there then on this cliffhanger that we might have a financial crash on the 13th, the 20th, or the 31st of March? Well, today is a budget day in the UK, and no one's really been talking about the budget day because they've been talking about the coronavirus. So, as I say, so we've got the Antichrist. We're all waiting to see who this chap is, and he's going to have the solution to the world's problems, or so he says. Obviously, anybody who follows our creator will have a different stance on this. So, Alex, I've really enjoyed chatting to you. Your English is, I can understand you. I can. And it's lovely to see you again. And we will be following this up, won't we, with a part 2 shortly.
yes, and I would like to say that we can talk about the numerology more, because I wanted to say that the Thomas Cook was born on 22nd of November. So it was this ritual. And I want to say that they have a plan, but there are people that are blocking that plan. So it's not for sure that it will happen.
In the UK, it's a case of it's not a done deal yet.
Yeah, we are fighting against it. So,
it's a spiritual battle.
Yes, and I'm sorry to the viewers. I'm very sorry for my bad English, and also I am sorry that I believe that it has happened something with the picture, so it will not be like usual. I don't know what it is, but it's very little. So I am
So we're
sorry.
just gonna upload these videos now onto our separate YouTube channels, and then we can just cross-refer. So when people come onto my channel, they can see your website details and vice versa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day, everybody. Lovely to see you, Alex. Take care. Sleep easy. Goodbye.
Goodbye.